Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something really crucial for, well, anyone who shops online. How do you tell a legit store from just a really good-looking fake? We're going to dive into a specific case, Johnson, New York. It's an online clothing retailer, looks very slick. Jackets, dresses, shoes, the whole range.
Right. And our mission here is really to get past just the surface appeal. Because Johnson, New York, at first glance, it looks professional, clean site, great photos, lots of products. But the key thing, and you need to understand this up front, is that visual quality online today. It's almost meaningless. It's so easy to fake. What we need to demand instead is proof, verifiable infrastructure.
That's the real challenge, isn't it? If it looks the part, looks like a known brand,
Yeah.
where do you even start digging? Where do the first cracks actually appear?
Well, often you start with the name itself.
Yeah.
That's usually the first tactic they use. The domain is johnsonyork.com. But the name Johnson, New York, it's chosen very carefully.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds familiar. Like maybe you've heard it somewhere, even if you haven't.
Exactly. That's the goal. It plays on that feeling. Johnson, New York sounds deliberately close to Jones, New York, which is a real established brand. When you're quickly scrolling or shopping, maybe impulse buying, that similarity makes you pause just long enough to trust it, maybe not dig deeper. That confusion tactic, that's red flag number one. They're trying to borrow trust, not earn it.
Okay, so the name is meant to get you in the door, essentially. What's next? Keeping you from checking if they're actually real. Our sources mentioned issues with contact details, company info being vague. Why is that such a big deal compared to, say, just not having a fancy about us story?
Because real businesses, especially retail, rely on logistics. A physical address, a working phone number, customer service you can actually reach. That's the operational backbone. If Johnson, New York was a legitimate operation, they'd likely want you to see those details. It builds confidence. When it's vague, maybe just a generic email form, it signals they might not want to be found easily, especially when things go wrong. It's just a ghost operation.
Got it. So vague infrastructure is the second clue. But how do we know if this lack of structure actually impacts customers? We need to look at the results. When you step away from their polished website and look at reviews, forums, what are people actually saying?
Oh, well, that's where the whole thing just falls apart. The complaints are consistent and quite serious. We're not talking about slightly slow shipping here. We're talking reports of orders taking months or arriving products being clearly not what was pictured, poor quality, bait and switch type stuff. And in quite a few cases, people report getting nothing at all, just gone.
That failure to deliver points to something specific, doesn't it? Like maybe aggressive drop shipping using fake photos, or maybe it's even simpler, just taking the money. If the photos look so amazing, where are they even getting them?
That's a really good question. And often the answer is they're just lifted. Those beautiful product shots, they might be stolen from legitimate brands or wholesale sites. Sometimes you can even see where logos were poorly edited out. If you do a reverse image search on some of those items, you'll probably find the exact same photo on multiple unrelated sites. It strongly suggests they don't actually hold any inventory. The poor delivery is just a symptom of this zero infrastructure setup.
Okay, so let's recap this for you, the listener. Johnson, New York looks fantastic visually, top marks for presentation, but underneath, the foundation seems shaky, the confusing name, the lack of clear contact or company info, and then these really concerning reports of customers not getting what they paid for or anything at all. You absolutely need to be cautious here, extremely cautious.
Yeah, and connecting it back to the bigger picture, it forces us to kind of rethink what trustworthy even looks like online now. You just can't rely on visuals alone anymore. Website templates are cheap and easy. High-quality photos can be stolen. So the question for you to really chew on is this. When you find a new online store, what are you checking first? Are you swayed by the nice design and maybe a low price? Or are you actively looking for the hard proof like domain history, transparent contact details, real independent reviews? Shifting your focus to that verifiable proof, that's probably your best defense against these kinds of operations today.